Downtown High School. I'm currently a first-year Columbus Promise Scholar, and I'm majoring in digital design and graphics. I chose digital design and graphics because I enjoyed it a lot at My name is Cupid, and I'm a proud 2023 graduate of Columbus Downtown High School. I'm currently a first-year Columbus Promise Scholar, and I'm majoring in digital design and graphics. I chose digital design and graphics because I enjoyed it a lot at Columbus Downtown High School. My experience here at Columbus State has been fun, exciting, new, and different.
My name is Christina Booker, and I'm a proud 2022 graduate of Fort Hays High School. I am currently in my second year as a Columbus Promise Scholar, majoring in hotel tourism and event management. I chose this major because I want to work.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Veronica Armstrong, and I am a Columbus Promise Scholar. I'm a Columbus, Ohio native, and I never thought that I would have the opportunity to attend college, let alone for free. That's until my high school teacher at Fort Hays, Nancy De Leon, enlightened me about the opportunity, and it opened up a door of plethora of opportunities. I am a rising sophomore, and my major is communications, and I have plans to transfer to a four-year university after my 2 years are up at Columbus State. Today, I'm here to thank you all, because without you, I wouldn't be able to stand here before you and give my story. I would now like to introduce and welcome Council President Shannon Harden.
Thank you, Jeronica. Jeronica is the perfect example and success story of what Columbus Promise is all about. And for all of our folks in the press, you heard that. She's a communications major. So I hope that as you interview her today, you are interviewing her today, because she is the best that Columbus has. Almost 3 years ago, in November 2021, we stood together not too far from here at Jeronica's high school, Fort Hays, and we made a promise. We knew that we were bringing good jobs to Columbus, but that we weren't doing enough to make sure that our own residents were skilled and trained to take those jobs of the future. That the future of economic development is not tax breaks, but talent. It's about investing in people. We knew that the pandemic was having a devastating effect on college going for our kids, setting us back at a time when we needed to be making progress. And I knew, personally, as someone who graduated from college with over $200,000 of loans, that that was no way to get the next generation started off on the right foot. And so, we decided we needed to do something. The program we created was simple. Work hard, apply yourself, and we will have your back. Complete the FAFSA, apply to Promise, apply to Columbus State, and we'll take it from there. We'll cover your tuitions and your fees. We'll make sure you have financial support to cover books and transportation, that you'll have advisors looking out for you, and we'll connect you with paid internships so that you can earn and you can learn. And we prided ourselves on our radical inclusivity. No GPA minimum. It's okay if you're undocumented or need to enroll part-time or want to do a certificate program instead of an associate's. We said we want to take a bet on any student who is willing to take a bet on themselves. Well, that promise has come to fruition. What happened next was beyond even our wildest dreams. We saw that when you give students a chance and when you believe in them, they will rise to the occasion. I'm going to let Dr. Chapman and Dr. Harrison go deeper into this, into the details, and you'll have a fact sheet. But what we have found is profound. We have had a profound effect on college going and on student success. And we know that that not just because of our own data says it, it's because we have a third-party facilitator in town who is in the Upjohn Institute, who wrote the book on Promise programs. And is finding this in their independent review. What I'm most proud of is also from the Columbus Promise has continued to iterate and improve. What began as an effort to get students to and through college has become something else entirely. Our teams look at data every week and make the program stronger. It's now probably the strongest, most collaborative table in Central Ohio education where we sit down and have big, tough conversations about our education, our workforce system, about developmental math, about preparing our young people for the STEM jobs of the future. We're having those larger conversations now because of the Columbus Promise. And we are proud of what we have accomplished, and our future is bright. Based on the overwhelming community support and the outcomes in our pilot phase, we will continue the Columbus Promise past the third cohort into the future. What we want parents and families to know is we are going to make sure that this program continues to exist for your sons and your daughters to benefit from. As we also go forward, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who made this possible. We talk about the Columbus Way, but the four of us, we have become, as Dr. Chapman said, the Columbus Promise Squad. Their partnership and their friendship means so much to me. I want to thank Mayor Ginther, who, when the city's finances were uncertain amidst the pandemic, said, yes, let's commit to cover half the cost of this pilot program, because we know that investment in our youth pays off. I want to thank my colleagues in Columbus City Council whose support have made this possible. I want to thank the Columbus Partnership and the Columbus Foundation and the nearly 20 plus private sector and philanthropic partners who were our angel investors when we had this crazy, bold idea. You have become a community encouraging us to keep going, and we are so thankful. We have so much to do in our community, and our young people are stepping up each and every day. Someone who is preparing them for this amazing opportunity is my friend, my partner in the Columbus Promise Squad, Dr. Angela Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. I am honored to speak today about the impact of the Columbus Promise on college going and college enrollment for our Columbus City Schools students. I certainly want to thank my friend and colleague, Council President Shannon Hardin, for their kind introduction. I also want to acknowledge our invaluable community partners, the City of Columbus, I Know I Can, and Columbus State Community College. Your partnership has been vital and truly meaningful in providing quality education and supports for our students in Columbus City Schools. Since the launch of the Columbus Promise, we have seen a tremendous impact on college enrollment and access in Columbus City Schools. The number of Columbus City Schools graduates enrolling at Columbus State Community College has more than doubled, from approximately 300 students to over 700 students per year. In autumn of 2022, 694 students enrolled, and the following year, in autumn 2023, this number increased to 731 students. This surge highlights this program's effectiveness in encouraging higher ed pursuits among our students, removing barriers and creating access and opportunity for our students in our city. A key factor contributing to this success is the significant increase in FAFSA completions, which rose by 40%. Because of the increase in FAFSA completions, more students can access financial aid, removing a major barrier to college enrollment. The college going rate in our district has reached 50%, a level it has not achieved in many years. This means that half of our graduating class is now pursuing higher education, a significant milestone for our students, for our district, and our community. About 1/3 of the Columbus City Schools graduating class now become Columbus Promise Scholars, and at some of our high schools, particularly those serving more disadvantaged students, seeing even higher rates. The Columbus Promise has recruited a diverse group of students who reflect our community. Nearly 4 in 5 Columbus Promise Scholars are Pell eligible, indicating that they come from low-income backgrounds. Of those disclosed their race, 4 in 5 are non-white, with 63% identifying as Black or Latino. This program includes students from all of our high schools, including Whetstone, Mifflin, Coz, and South. 14 of our high schools, including Beechcroft High School, Centennial High School, and Columbus Afrocentric, doubled the number of graduates enrolling at Columbus State from autumn 2021 to autumn 2023. And what's most significant to me is that many of our Columbus Promise Scholars are first-generation college students like myself, who often had to balance part-time enrollment with other responsibilities. This program has provided essential support to help our students succeed, including wraparound services and dedicated advisors with smaller student caseloads. 56% of our Promise Scholars are enrolled part-time, up from 51% in previous cohorts, reflecting the need for more flexible wraparound supports. The Columbus Promise has given students hope and confidence to believe in their potential. It has opened doors to previously out-of-reach opportunities, provided them with access and opportunities, empowering them to pursue their dreams of higher education. We continue to learn from our students. We continue to learn from the Columbus Promise program and are committed to further improving the program so that we can continue to create more opportunities and increase access for our students. We aim to ensure that all of our students arrive ready for college-level math and English, and we are exploring new approaches to achieve this. The success of our students motivates us to keep pushing forward, and we are excited about the future direction of the Columbus Promise. The Columbus Promise not only impacts individual students, but also has a ripple effect on their families and our community. By empowering students to pursue higher education, we are building a stronger, more educated workforce that will contribute to the prosperity and the growth of our city. Later today, you will hear from Eder, a Columbus City Schools graduate who became a Promise Scholar. His story is a true testament to the impact of this program. I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support and commitment to the Columbus Promise. Together, we are making a difference in our students' lives and our city's future. And now I would like to welcome to the podium again, a dear friend and colleague, Columbus State Community College President, Dr. Dave Harrison.
Thank you, Dr. Chapman. Morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here. This is a big deal. My job, as it always is at Columbus State, is to start with gratitude. And I really want to thank you all for taking the time and for your interest in this incredible work that's happening. You're going to hear the kind of a repetitive theme of celebrating the partnership, but it's worth repeating. I want to thank President Hardin for his leadership in getting this started, Mayor Ginther for his support, Dr. Chapman for really rallying her team in incredible ways during the most difficult of times to make this happen. And I want to thank Katina Fullen and Ashley Logan from I Know I Can. You'll hear from Ashley here shortly. This partnership has come together in an incredible way. And I can't wait to get my Promise Squad t-shirt because I think that's got to be an artifact that stands the test of time. Columbus State, our priorities are student success, workforce development, and community impact. And Columbus Promise has really brought those principles together in a way that is impacting students, families, and our communities directly. The student success element of this is incredibly important. You think about the experience that these students have had. So we're talking about the class of 2022, 2023, and 2024 in this pilot, and much of their secondary education experience has been during the pandemic. And the ability for the team to rally around those students and for those students to step up in new ways, to see the kind of success results that we've seen has been really remarkable. I also want to thank the Columbus State team because we're doing things differently. We're doing things differently this year than we did last year, and we'll do things differently next year. We're learning as we go. But from the beginning, we knew we wanted to really wrap our arms around these students in every way that we could possibly. And the ability to put them on a path for academic success, for financial stability, and ultimately for career success is something that our team has really stepped up to be able to do. I'd love to call them out. They're here. So if you want to learn more, please lean in. But we've really come at this with the principle of making help unavoidable and really trying to make sure students know they've got a person that has their back that's going to help them through whatever the next challenge is that they have. And many of our Promise students do have tremendous challenges to overcome. Most are first in their family to attend college, as I was. Most work to support themselves and in many cases their families. So we talk about removing financial barriers, and certainly the tuition is a big part of that. But many of our students are still working. And the ability to balance their work responsibilities with their family responsibilities, with their academic goals, which may be their highest priority, but it may not be the most important thing on a day-to-day basis. That's something that we've got to really understand the experience that these students are having. Many hadn't prepared to go to college until late in their senior year. And I want to give a special shout out to Dr. Chapman's faculty because so many students that I talked to learned about Columbus Promise in a conversation in a classroom. Some teachers are giving extra credit to do the Promise application. That's a big deal because it has changed the lives of some of these students. And as I mentioned, so many of them have had incredible struggles during the pandemic. And from a learning loss standpoint, that wasn't a year or two. That's a cumulative challenge that they have to overcome and that we have to help them overcome. But despite these challenges, we are seeing incredible performance from these students. The students in the Columbus Promise cohort on a data-driven basis are outperforming their pre-pandemic, pre-Promise cohorts. And they're doing it, as Dr. Chapman said, at twice the numbers. So we've got an increased percentage of success times two. And we talk in higher ed a lot about percentages, but this isn't about percentages, it's about people. So when you think about the number of students that are on a path to a Columbus State degree and a successful career because of Columbus Promise, it's a force multiplier in terms of student success and impact in our community. As Promise was coming to be, the Columbus region, Central Ohio, we're seeing unprecedented opportunities in workforce, the semiconductor industry, the bioscience industry, clean energy, healthcare was incredibly disrupted. Information technology continues to grow in importance. And the great news for our region is that Columbus Promise is really putting students on a path for those careers. As you can see from some of the data behind me, 1 in 4 Promise students is enrolled in a healthcare program. Enrollment is very strong in our engineering technology programs, in our construction trades programs, and in our information technology programs. And we have employers that are stepping up, not just philanthropically, but to provide earn and learn internship opportunities for our students. I mentioned almost all of our students work we're trying to help them work in the field that they're studying to get a professional career in. And we've got companies that are stepping up in incredible ways. We've got more than 50 Promise students that are in Earn and Learn internship opportunities now. You're going to hear from Eder here in a minute, and he starts an internship at IGS Energy next month. These are powerful opportunities for these students, and I'm grateful to the employers for stepping up. These career opportunities can and will change the trajectory of the lives of these students and their families. Again, as a first-generation college student, I know what that can mean. And we're just getting started. President Hardin alluded to the fact that we really do want to make sure this is being sustained for the city of Columbus. We want sixth graders right now to be talking about Columbus Promise when they get there. And ultimately, we want to be able to scale this throughout our region because we have opportunities for students that really are unprecedented on a national basis. Again, thank you for being here. We're so grateful for the layers of partnerships that we have. And as I bring Ashley up, I want to thank I Know I Can for being such an incredible partner here. Their relationships with families and in buildings have made a huge difference. Dr. Chapman talked about the increase percentage in FAFSA. That's a huge step forward and something that's absolutely a sustainable intervention that we want to continue. But that's all because I Know I Can has leaned in really incredible ways. And I've learned that there's some other issues going on with FAFSA now, and really do want to thank Ashley and her team for stepping up in that very difficult time of ambiguity. Please join me in welcoming Ashley Logan.
Well, good morning, everyone. I am Ashley Logan from I Know I Can, standing in a little bit for our Executive Director, Katina Fullen. So here we are, here this morning, summer morning, to really celebrate the class of 2024, of course, our previous classes as well. We are here in our third and final year of this pilot of recruiting the class of 2024, who just recently stepped across their high school stage. The final class of 2024, has definitely navigated through quite a bit. As Dr. Harrison said, I don't know if anyone has heard around the FAFSA challenges this year, let alone. With those challenges, this class has done nothing but continue to persevere. Meeting with their college advising managers, their Columbus City school counselors, calling up the amazing Columbus State staff to really help them through this process. We are so proud of you and for persevering through. The FAFSA is definitely a requirement for this process, and now that we are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. However, with the Promise Priority deadline that recently passed, that was May 15th, we do have another deadline coming up for our students on July 15th. We are so proud to report that today we have over 850 applicants so far. And when I allude to the perseverance of this class, this is really a true testament to just their hard work and their dedication to dreaming big and working hard. When we think about that, over 850 applicants that have applied, of course, the other important part to all of this is that this is a true testament to the partnership. And so what was it, the Promise Squad, and all of the amazing staff from every single organization from, of course, Columbus State to Columbus City Schools, I Know I Can, in the city of Columbus. So really, as we wrap up this first phase of Promise, and we're looking ahead to the future, when we announced Promise back in November of 2021, then the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders knew that they would have access to this opportunity. So imagine what that would mean for students and families to take advantage of that opportunity. What if our sixth graders now could dream about that opportunity, to know that when they graduate from Columbus City Schools, that they have the opportunity for a tuition-free college education. So this is what we are dreaming about today. This is what we have dreamt about. And so I'm really even more excited to introduce to you one of our Columbus Promise scholars that, of course, Dr. Chapman and Dr. Harrison and even Council President Shannon Hardin mentioned, but Eder Pacheco Hernandez. Please welcome to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eder. I am a student business management here at Columbus State. I graduated from Whetstone High School in 2023. On my last year of Whetstone, I was considered a ESL student. English is my second language. And as somebody who came to the US 4 years ago, going to college wasn't something possible for me. I was looking for some of the college prices, and I feel like it wasn't affordable. So fortunately, I know an advisor told me about the Columbus Promise and how they pay up to 6 semesters of Columbus of free tuition. And I applied for it. Actually, I was the first one of my school who finished the FAFSA. Yes, get it done. And my journey as a Columbus State student has been great so far. I love my major. I love my classes. I like to be engaged in the campus. I am part of many organizations such as Trio Scholars, Weiler Scholars, Honor Students, Honor Society, Business Community Club. Most of these have scholarships, which are great. And also I work for Columbus Promise. I am a student employee. I help to set up the events, to clean up after the events. I am in charge of social media. And my plans for the future is transferring to Capital University. They have another 2 years of free tuition. So if here I have 2 years of free tuition and then transfer to Capital University, which they have another 2 years of free tuition, I will have my bachelor's without any debt and actually without paying anything. Something else I want to add is that thank you to the Earn and Learn program, I secured an internship with IGS Energy. I am going to start the next month working for them. And I am really excited about this because this is going to be my first business-related job I am going to have. They provide a very flexible schedule that aligns with my classes and my personal duties I have, and a very competitive wage. And I want to say thank you for the sponsorships who made the Columbus Promise possible, and thank you for this opportunity.
Again, I mean, starting with Dronica and ending with Eder, you see that this promise is investing in our future by opening up the opportunities of these young people. And we really are opening up the opportunities for this city, for this community, to have Edgar go after that business degree and take one of the jobs and higher paying jobs in our community. That makes us better. To have Dronica, who could go anywhere after she graduates, say because we invested in her, she will stay and invest back in our city. That makes us better. So this is not an altruistic thing. This is something that is investing back in who we are, but who we want to be. We are so proud of this program. We're so proud and grateful for the partnerships, and we're really excited about the future. We have talked about phase 1 being an overwhelming success. And we know that as we prepare for the future, that dream that Dr. Chapman, that Dr. Harrison, that Ashley talked about of what it would be like, what it could be like if we opened up or allowed our residents and our children, our 6th graders, 7th graders, to be a part of this dream. What would that mean for this program? But more importantly, what would that mean for this community? So we thank you so much for being here. There is so much more that we will have to offer. I think we are going to...
We're going to do one-on-ones if you need. Happy to help you, and Brad will help you as well. So let us know.
Thank you so much.
Oh wait, back up so you can see this part. Gotta post this on Facebook for my family. Thank you.
Yes.